What's up, everybody? It's HBT with Straight Up Wrestling Show, man. I am here tonight, guys. And hey, guys, I want to know, really, straight up, man, was Monday Night Raw? Well, I did watch it. I did watch it, guys, and I'm gonna review it. But Monday Night Raw, was it as exciting as everybody said it was? What's up, Madden World 207? What's up, man? What's going on with you? Excuse me. Yeah, just got finished a couple hours ago, man, with AEW Dynamite. And hey, I told everybody that I would come back on. Excuse me, guys. My throat is a little messed up with me a little bit, messed up right now. But I did tell everybody I'll come back on and I'll do a review of this show because everybody's hyped up with what happened Monday night on Monday Night Raw. And, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts. I didn't get to do a show. Me and Chris didn't get to do a show Monday night. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts and my opinion and my ratings of the whole show, guys. But right now, man, I'm going to go to Bleacher Report, and I'm going to look at Bleacher Report, and I'm going to see their thoughts on it before I get into mine. Bleacher Report, I bet they pretty much they pretty much raved on it too. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it was good. It really was. But man, I mean, the way people are acting like, hey, it was the greatest thing. It was the greatest Raw, man, since the early 2000s or something like that. I don't feel that way, but hey, you'll know why in just a little bit. All right, Man World 207. I truly think the PG era might be ending soon. They might be rated teen or even mature on Netflix. Could be Man World 207. And look, I don't know if that's gonna be a positive or not. I have no clue, man. To tell you the truth, right now, I don't think they should do that. I think they should go with what they have. One thing about Raw, I mean, as far as Monday Night Raw, as far as WWE, they need to get it together and just bring great storylines. That's what it's gonna take to bring people back in, people, the general public into wrestling and watching wrestling again. Not bringing a whole bunch of people on there cursing and being lewd and bringing the women out in scantily clothes and pretty much trying to do a lot of things that they did in the Attitude Era. I just don't think that's going to do it because the fans, man, you cannot fool the fans. Even when they had the Attitude Era, what was great about the Attitude Era is they had great storylines, they had great matches, they had great matchups, things that made sense. The booking made sense, man. It did. You got to have that. You can do all those shenanigans if you want to, cussing and everything, thinking you're going to bring in a greater crowd. As far as me and Chris, we go out to these indie shows. We do a lot of commentary at the indie shows, do podcasting, and sometimes as fans, and we see the ones that's making it and the ones that's not, ones that really bring in the people. When you have people go to certain indie shows here in the South, like Turbo, places like that, where they have shows at the brewery where people can drink and do all kinds of things, have fun. They get into these shows, and the shows just be wild and crazy, man. Getting hit with a whole bunch of, bringing in doors and getting hit upside the head with all kind of crazy objects in the ring. Fans really get into that because they get to drink, and they get to cuss, and they get to do all kind of things. But some fans like that. But the whole thing about it is this: wrestling, you want to be able to draw the young fans. And how many people are going to let their young kids? And I mean, yeah, we're in a different generation. Going to let the young kids sit there and just continually watch that. So I mean, I don't know. I really don't. And plus, you have to bring back, like I was talking about earlier, if you want to bring back the true wrestling fans, you got to bring back the grandmas. You got to bring back the grandpas. When I was growing up, man, grandma, if your grandma was watching it, everybody in the family watched it. Your uncles, your aunts, your sisters, your brothers, everybody, your mom, your dad, everybody, at least 7 out of the 10 of the family members was a wrestling fan. And I don't care whose house you went to. If grandma liked wrestling, just about everybody liked it. 70% or a little bit more in that family liked wrestling. And, you had grandma, granddad, you had everybody. And coming to early 2000s, man, 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, you had the young people come in, young adults, teenagers. Those young adults are basically, in my age range, Chris age range, Chris 10 years younger than me, we both Gen X guys, but he's on the lower, the younger scale of Gen X. But these people, kid, he got grandchildren. Chris is not. He's not gonna want his grandchildren up there watching that. I mean, my children don't even watch it. My kids don't even watch it. Two in the 20s, 130, early 30s. My kids didn't watch wrestling, and the kids that grew up in that age group, they really didn't watch it. It was the Attitude Era going on when my son was little, but the Attitude Era, that was around 5, 6 years old. I stopped watching it. But those kids grew up with the Attitude Era. A lot of these wrestlers out there wrestling, they remember that. These wrestlers out there, they remember the Attitude Era, and they want that type of go back. They want that back. But the whole thing about it is those fans that was watching in the Attitude Era, the ones that was really spending money going out there and really what made wrestling what it is now, how well, it's not the same that it was then, how they made it so big. Those wrestling fans came from every area of life. Those wrestling fans, man, they was football fans. They was hockey fans. They was basketball fans. They was boxing fans. Those fans came from everywhere. When you hear Rock say, I made wrestling cool again. Yeah, it was the cool thing to do. It's a cool thing to watch wrestling. But is that the case now? No, it really isn't. It really isn't. You have a certain group of fans that will watch wrestling. And like I said, it's a niche thing, man. It really is. So, you look at Rock and everything that he's doing. Monday night, I think they had 1.7 as far as the rating, but they're doing between 1.5 and 1.6 every week. And I think they said he got a 2 million for 2 million, 2 million people viewed the Rock segment, Rock and CM Punk's segment, and then it went back down to whatever. But that right there, you pulling people from AEW who stopped watching the WWE. That's what you pulled, because they like CM Punk, they like The Rock. That's what you got. You didn't get any new fans. You did not get the casual fans from back in the day. You didn't. I mean, you didn't get the casual fans, and you didn't reach out to the general public. It's just they're not interested, man. They're not, because they have been fooled over and over by going back and trying to watch wrestling, and wrestling has been just crazy, man. Just really crazy all over the place, and people don't have time for that. They really don't. People want something that's going somewhere. Wrestling used to go somewhere. As far as the way I looked at it, when I was growing up, wrestling went somewhere. Every single year, man, you can depend on Hulk Hogan being the WWF champion or the WWE champion, but the WWF champion. You can depend on Ric Flair being that NWA champion. Man, they was the Super Bowl of wrestling. You looked at the big shows, man, that wasn't your Starrcade was the biggest in the NWA, WCW, and you had over in WWE, you had WrestleMania. But those was the Super Bowls of wrestling. And you had your other cards like your Halloween Havocs, your Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, War Games, and things like that over in WCW. Those was your playoffs, guys. Those are your playoffs to the build-up to the World Championships. And you know what? And the tag team world titles was just as important, almost as big, but not as big. Well, just a smaller scale. But man, when the Steiner brothers held the WCW NWA World Tag Team titles, those titles was just they almost was as big as Ric Flair's. When the Rock and Roll Express had them, Midnight Express, Ricky Steamboat, Jay Youngblood. When people like that, the Anderson brothers held those World Tag Team titles, they meant just as much. Lex Luger, Sting, when they held it, it meant almost as much as the World Tag Team Championships. And that's what you want to have. But they are nowhere near getting a tag team divisions back the way they used to be. When Demolition had their World Tag Team titles, it meant something. When Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hart had those World Tag Team titles, it meant something. When Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid had those World Tag Team titles over in WWE, it meant something, guys. Well, WWF, it meant something. It was special. But until they can get those things right, hey, wrestling is going to be like it is, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this Monday Night Raw. And look, I thought it was good. I really do think it was really good. But man, is it the best of the year? I think I've seen like two other shows of Raw this year that might be better than that show, but the show was really good. All right, man, but let me go ahead and get the Bleacher Report on this, and I'm gonna go ahead and see what Bleacher Report said about this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my rating of what I, go ahead and give you my breakdown. What what it looked like in the eyes of the Straight Up Wrestling show. All right, guys. Let's see. All right, man. Well, they gave it an 8. Okay, they gave it 8, and to us, that's 4, anywhere from 4 to 5 stars. Okay, they gave it an A, I guess, for the whole show. Okay, first match, man. We had Ricochet versus JD Madonna, and they gave it an A. They gave it an A. On Bleacher Report, I didn't give that match an A, but hey, I can see why they probably gave it an A. It was a quick match, but it did what it had to do. So I guess probably that's why they gave it an A. CM Punk's promo, okay, man, really good promo. They gave it an A plus. That's 5.5 stars for us, or 5 stars, maybe 5.5 stars. But man, A plus for his promo. Wow, that is incredible. Ivy Now, man. Then we had Ivy Now versus Candice LeRae. They gave that a C. That match a C. That's anywhere from 2.5 stars to 3 stars for us. I can roll with that. I definitely can roll with that. And I think I probably gave it around the same. I think I gave it 2 stars, to tell you the truth. But I rated it and said it was a good match. Next, man, we had DIY versus The New Day. All right, man. They gave that match a C plus. No contest. C plus is a 3 for us, guys. It's just basically a 3. It was pretty good. It did what it had to do. Next, we had Andrade versus Giovanni Vinci. I thought that was a really good match. They graded it a B plus. That's 4.5 stars, man. 4.5 stars. I didn't grade it that way. I'm not gonna go ahead and say everything that they were saying in here because I'll be reading forever. But next we had Becky Lynch interrupts Rhea Ripley. They graded that to A. I thought that was real good. I think I gave it 4.5 stars, which can pretty much equate to an A. But they gave it an A. It was really good. I did like that a lot. Sami Zayn versus Big Bronson Reed, man. They graded that a B. That's like 4 stars for us. They gave it a B. So hey, so Reed defeated Sami Zayn. All right, next we had Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura, guys. All right, they gave that an A, guys. That's like a 5 stars for us, 4.5 to 5 stars. They gave it A. Okay, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jey Uso. All right, man. Then with the overall grade, they gave it an A. And then at the end of the show, we know what happened as Cody Rhodes. He got attacked. Right there. He didn't get attacked. He went out to help his friend, man. Jey Uso was going up against Shinsuke Nakamura. He comes out there. Seth Rollins came out, and he ended up fighting, Jimmy Uso all the way to the back, and Solo Sikoa, and then Rock attacked him, and Rock left him bloody and beating him out in the rain, throwing him against trucks, semi-trucks, and everything like that. Tractor trailer trucks, or whatever you want to call them, with those 16 wheelers. And we know what happened there. But hey, guys, that's the way Bleacher Report saw it. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the way that I saw it, and as I watched it, and they gave it an A. That's basically 5 stars, 4.5, 5 stars. Hey, solid, very solid, very solid. They didn't say anything special about it, but a lot of podcasts out here and a lot of people out here talking about how great the show was. And I thought it was really good, man. But I'm not as hyped. I'm not as hyped on it as everybody else was. But yeah, I definitely think it was a good show. But guys, give me a second before I get into that. Okay. Before I get into this, I want to check something out here over on YouTube. I want to make sure everything is going well, and you can hear me pretty clear, because my phone was acting up a little bit earlier. I couldn't even hear myself, so I definitely want to make sure that's happening. All right, give me just a second, guys. You're going to hear me my voice repeat probably. I couldn't even hear myself, so I definitely want to make sure that's happening. All right, give me just a second, guys. You're going to hear me my voice repeat probably. I couldn't even hear myself, so I definitely want to make sure that's happening. All right, I see that, I can hear me. So, yes, okay, so good. All right, since I got that ironed out. But, guys, let me go ahead and start off with what went on when I saw it. Hey, what I thought about it. Just put it that way. All right, Monday Raw, man. The Cody Rhodes segment, Rock, Wall, 4 stars. Cody Rhodes, I thought, had a great promo. Said a lot of things. yes, he might have been a little everything split, saying he was cursing and all that. It wasn't really that bad. In my opinion, a little bit more too much. Cody Rhodes, it was bad at all. I think it was pretty much in that realm where it was okay, where you can let kids, young people watch it. But it was a very good promo that he was cutting about The Rock. It's like he steered most of it toward The Rock, in there just a little bit. But he saw Rock come out, and everything got quiet. And he pretty much whispered out of the ring. Cody just looked this crazy look. But Cody, I would have went over there and jawed him. Then he probably would have avoided, that would happen a little bit later on. That's just that's the way I look at everything. That's the way I look at it. You get him before he. So if I was Cody Rhodes, I would have went over there. I would have popped him in the mouth right then and there. It would have been on straight up. But Cody didn't do that. But I'm sure Cody didn't realize what was going to happen here at the end of the show. So in my opinion, it was a little mistake that Cody didn't go over there to get him. But I love the segment, man. I gave it 4 stars. Thumbs up on the Judgment Day segment. Man, the Judgment Day segment. They had a Judgment Day segment. After that, they was in the back room, in the locker room, and they talking to JD Madonna and talking about, don't you lose this match. Well, and Rhea Ripley, the head of the group, she basically the head of the group, and she told him just don't lose. And she was straight up, man. She wasn't playing games with that. She told him, do not get out there and lose. And hey, Damian Priest pretty much told him straight up, Damian and Finn Balor told him and Dom that they sick of them making them look like fools and everything, man, going out there and making themselves look like fools. But yeah, so yeah, they told him don't go out there and lose the match. And I tell you, and Mommy, she pretty much laid down the law. All right, they saying Ricochet made you look stupid for the last couple of weeks. All right, next we had Ricochet versus JD Madonna, man. It got 2.5 stars. Wait a minute. I had it at a 2.2. Like I said, they gave it an A. Okay, I had it at 2.2, which is 2 stars. It was a very good match, despite the star rating, guys. This was a very good match. I gave it 2 stars, but the only reason they got 2 stars, it was a very short match, guys. I could not give it an A like they gave it an A. They rated this match an A, which is 5 stars, guys. No, a Bleacher Report gave it an A. So I, hey, no, I gave it 2 point. I had it at 2.2, 2 stars, but it was a very good match despite the star rating. Next, man, we had CM Punk segment with Drew McIntyre call out. Okay, CM Punk was in there, then hey, Drew McIntyre, he called him out. Drew McIntyre actually came out. I didn't think Drew would come out, but Drew came out, and Drew was joined by Seth Rollins. And man, hey, Seth Rollins came out, Drew talking, and it was a very good segment. And Drew finally got in the ring, man. He got popped in the head. Seth got in with him. Seth was already in there. Drew got in there. Seth pretty much went over at like he wasn't gonna do anything, man. CM Punk getting out of the ring. Seth, man, hit Drew with a super kick. Pretty much knocked him out. So man, I gave that segment 4.5 stars. Very good segment, guys. So that's an A. That is A. That was a very good show. I mean, very good showing right there. I loved it. So yeah, 4.5 stars. So I definitely agree with Bleacher Report on that, man. 4.5 stars. It was outstanding. I love that segment. Next, man, we had Shinsuke Nakamura promo. I thought it was good. His little vignette. I thought it was really good. The things that they're doing with him, which I think they could have capitalized a little bit more on that, because when Shinsuke first started doing this, Shinsuke he was in a mode of a great Kabuki, man, the great Muta. And they could do a lot more with Shinsuke Nakamura than what they're doing with him. But yeah, I gave that 3 stars, man. I loved it. It was really good. But yeah, they need to put this man on a pedestal, man, and get him headed toward a world title somewhere, or a title, man, one of the main titles. All right, man. Next we have Candice LeRae versus Ivy. Now they gave it 3 stars over on, they gave it a C, a C over on Bleacher Report, which would be 3 stars with us. But man, hey, I enjoyed the match. It was quick, and Candice wears that heel label well. Hey, she even ticked off Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell was mad because hey, she won the match, but Candice LeRae, she pulled some shenanigans to win that match. But I only gave the match 1 star, man. But hey, it was a very good match. I only gave it 1 star. I gave it a 1 star because the match was quick, guys. It was a quick match. So I gave the Candice LeRae of Ivy Nile match 1 star, guys. That's all I could give it, straight up. Next, we have the New Day. They went face-to-face with DIY. Man, it got 2 stars. I gave that match 2 stars and a thumbs up because R-Truth and The Miz came on the scene. And hey, man, Truth is hilarious. They came on the scene. Let's see. And let's see, with New Day and DIY came on the scene. And then let's see, who was it? Wait a minute. Judgment Day came out. Started jumping in it and everything. They went out and they grabbed R-Truth. The Miz went in to pretty much help fight off Judgment Day. R-Truth stayed out there. R-Truth was out there on commentary, man. And they came over to confront R-Truth. R-Truth said, "Hey, man, I'm not fighting tonight. He said, "I'm doing commentary." He kept telling them. R-Truth kept saying, "Man, go to commercial break. And he said, "I don't want to be bothered or whatever." And they said, "Hey, you're going to have some trouble." They grabbed him. They tossed him into the ring. And Truth was pretty much handling himself until, man, it was just too much as the big man came in. Damian Priest came in and choke slammed him and everything. So everything, just, man. And so they started taking care of business on R-Truth. But that was a very good segment. 2 stars, though. Thumbs up, man. Like I say, thumbs up to R-Truth because of R-Truth and The Miz. All right, man. The Usos WrestleMania moment was very good. I gave that a thumbs up, guys. I really like that. All right, then we had DIY versus the New Day and Attack by Judgment Day. Okay, okay. What's the world going on? Okay. I was reading the other thing. New Day face to face with DIY. They got 2 stars. Okay. All right. R-Truth came out there. That was earlier. Okay, that's when they was having a little backroom segment. R-Truth came on the scene, and The Miz came on the scene, and so I kind of got ahead of myself. All right, then we had DIY versus the New Day, and Attack by Judgment Day with Miz and R-Truth on the commentary. It gets 1. It was crazy, and R-Truth, he brightened the segment up because it was bland before they made him get involved. It really was. But yeah, he pretty much pumped the thing up. It was 1.5 stars. This one right here, I didn't really care for this too much. DIY versus the New Day. I really didn't. Next, man, we had Cody Rhodes backstage talk with Jackie Redmond. I thought it was good, although we didn't get anything out of it. We really didn't. But it was quick. Cody Rhodes was like, hey, all that stuff what The Rock said, what Rock whispered to him, hey, that stuff wasn't going to come true. So, hey, it is what it is. But that right there, we just got a little bit out of that. Then we had Gunther's promo with Kathy. I thought it was okay. It was short and straight to the point, so I'm not gonna rate it. Let's just say it was even, man. It was decent. All right, man. Then we had Andrade versus Giovanni Vinci. It only got 1 star, guys. Still, it was a good match. Just short. It was a short match, but it was good. It got, it did what it's supposed to do. It really did. All right, next we had Rhea Ripley accompanied by Dominic Mysterio face off with Becky Lynch. I gave that 4 stars. All I can say is that it was incredible. It really was incredible. Let's see. Rhea and Becky, these two was going at it, man, as far as the talking points. And then, hey, they got into it a little bit as Becky pretty much attacked Dominic Mysterio. Man, she gave him a punch to the jaw. Hey, made me proud, man. She jawed the dude, knocked him down, knocked him out. And then he came back and then she scooped him again, man. Pretty much started taking care of him again. And, she fighting Becky too. Fighting Rhea too on top of that. But, man, I gave that 4 stars. Very good. That was incredible. Incredible segment there. I love that. Man, then we had Chad Gable and Sami Zayn talk backstage. It gets 3 stars and a thumbs up. I like that. Chad Gable pretty much talking to Sami and pretty much telling him to stay focused, man. Stay focused because Gunther is tricky and don't get caught up into don't get caught up into those mind games with Gunther, because that's where Gunther's gonna take you, man. If you don't pay no attention, Gunther is gonna play you with those mind games, and he's gonna throw you off of what you need to do in that ring. So you need to stay focused. And not Gunther, but Chad was giving Sammy some great advice there. My man Robert Brown, Lafayette, Indiana, in the building, says thoughts on Puff Daddy homies getting rated, man. Wow, man. Wow. Robert, man, I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Robert Brown, Lafayette, Indiana, in the building. What's happening, bro? Nothing much, Robert, man. Like I say, getting through this pretty much raw. Pretty much going over this Raw review and telling guys, telling everybody what I thought about the Raw, Monday Night Raw. Hey, I thought it was okay. It was pretty good, really good, because of all the segments, the interviews and vignettes and everything. It was really good. That really took it over the top. But the matches, like I say, they was okay. They did what they supposed to do. And it's a good Raw heading into WrestleMania. Hopefully we get another good one like this, man. Straight up. I don't think it's going to be as good, but it should be pretty good coming in. Robert Brown, can I ask how come you went live a second time tonight? Hey, man, I was telling everybody I was going to go live. I was going to do it a little bit earlier, but as I got off, man, I started getting hit up by a few podcasters and things like that. So, and a couple wrestlers, that we're dealing with, that we got a show coming up. So I started getting hit up with that. And because I was going to come on like 11:15 or something like, or something like that. But I ended up coming on where my brother Chris at. Chris probably at home in the bed, man. Knowing him, he's in the bed asleep, man. They dragging him, boy. All hours he's working, man. Yeah, he's getting dragged. So, but yeah, he'll be on with me tomorrow, man. He'll be on with me definitely tomorrow. We'll come up with some kind of show or whatever. I might do 2 shows tomorrow. I'll do a show early with Chris, probably 1 or 2 shows early with Chris. And then, because I'm going to try to go on maybe 3 times, but I know we're going to go on 2 times. And tomorrow evening, I'll probably go on for TNA. I'll probably do TNA tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not going to make no promises, Robert, but I might do it. Robert Brown, you should get Deja from Farside TV on here. Okay, Deja from Farside TV. I don't know Deja, but I'll look out for her, man. I definitely go and check it out, Farside TV, and I'm not even a member of that. I haven't never even subscribed to that, but I will subscribe to Deja. And hey, Robert, if you go on that site, man, hey, shout us out. DJ. Oh, you said DJ. Okay, okay, look like DJ AI. Okay, DJ from Farside TV on here. All right, I'll check that out, Robert. I'll check him out and see what's up with I think I've seen an episode or 2 of Farside TV, and I remember somebody named DJ, but I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. All right, man. But hey, I can't remember where I was at. All right, man. Yeah. The Chad Gable and Sami Zayn talk backstage. I gave it 3 stars and a thumbs up. Then we had Sami Zayn, man. He took on Big Bronson Reed with outside distraction from Gunther. Man. And Gunther came out, and like I say, Sami, man, he got thrown off his game, man. Ended up losing that match, in which it was pretty much an even match there for a while. Bronson was pretty much had the upper hand, and Sami had the upper hand. It was back and forth, but Gunther came out. He distracted Sami, and that was bad. 2.5 stars, man. Very good match. Bronson Reed won the match. All right, Robert Brown, he be on Wrestle Tati channel with King Leo Picasso. Okay, yeah, I've seen him. That's where I've seen him at. I definitely seen him on the show with King Leo Picasso. Yeah, I've seen him, and yeah, they've helped Tatiana a lot on her channel. They have, man, straight up, All right, but yeah, man, I'll look into that. I'll look into talking to all of them, man, about doing a collaboration here soon. All right, let's see where we at. Uso segment. Shinsuke Uso was back there talking about Shinsuke Nakamura. It was good. It was short. And next, man, thumbs up to Sami's rant backstage with Chad Gable. He went back there. He's ranting and raving, man. He's ticked off. He said, man, I let him get in my head. I let him get in my head. And, Chad came back there to pretty much calm him down and said, Sammy, I told you, man. I told you, hey, you need to go with the game plan. You need to talk to me, man. And, hey, and I'll help calm you down before you go out there, man. You got to be focused. You got to be focused if you're going to wrestle anybody, because when it boils down to it, Gunther is going to try to get in your head, man. He's going to make you lose before you get in those title matches. And Gunther did. He made him lose, and that makes him look bad going into WrestleMania. Straight up, it does. All right, man. Then we had Seth backstage talk with Jey Uso. He gets a thumbs up, man. Seth was back there telling him, hey, man, you need to watch it. You're going out there tonight and everything, man. Just watch it. He said, I feel bad. He said, no, I have a feeling about tonight. Something just don't feel right, man. Seth just kept saying something don't feel right. And you could tell it in his eyes, man. At first I was thinking, hey, this guy was going up against Jey, man. He's going to turn on Jey or something like that. But, hey, you can tell Seth was worried, man, after he got finished talking to him. Jey going out to that ring. And, man, but like I say, that right there was a good segment. I'll give that segment a thumbs up. I love that little segment. It was short, quick, to the point. Everything tonight was a very good. It was a well thought out show tonight. So yeah, everything right now is so good. It was so good. Then we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jey Uso. I gave it 1.5 stars, and the attack, I gave it 1.5 stars for the match, and then the attack, full aftermath of the attack during and after the match gets 4 stars. So I jumped the whole segment up from that match to the whole segment up to Rock and everything that he did as far as taking Cody Rhodes outside, throwing Cody Rhodes, beating Cody Rhodes in the back. Cody Rhodes had to fight his way. That man fought so Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa all the way up to the back room. He was fighting them down, and here come Rock from behind. Boom, took him out and started beating him in the. He couldn't offense going. Rock pretty much took him out and repeatedly kept on throwing them up against trucks, just dog. A street thug, just big ups to Rock. I will give it to him, but I'm sitting there, and guys, if you watch the Straight Up Wrestling show, I am pretty much. I don't know why. I'm analyzing everything. And I'm saying, okay, will the casual fan, maybe the casual fan, but will the general public watch this, see this, take a glance at this, and say, I want to watch wrestling again, guys? Oh, I want to watch wrestling, see what's going on. The casual fans, I don't know. No, that's my dilemma. With everything going on, Rock being involved in wrestling right now, can The Rock be able to bring in the casual fans? Bring in some general public. He's a loved character, man. In most of his movies, everybody loves The Rock. Everybody loves The Rock. Hey, so could he go back to wrestling right now and be this villainous character and bring in fans, even though it's scripted? I don't know. That's one thing about it. I don't know. Now, Rock as a face, I think he would do better. But the fans that's watching wrestling now, if Rock gonna come in there and pretty much go after the title, wrestle Roman, and put himself in front of Cody, the fans don't like that. So it's just fans here. Hey, man, fans have showed me something. They are so dedicated to the sport right now that, hey, doesn't matter if you're an old superstar. You can come back or whatever, but if they're not seeing you every week, hey, these fans today, they don't care, man. They don't care. They're different than the fans 5 years ago. These fans like, you're jumping in front of my superstar. We don't like that. So I don't know if the plan that the WWE has as far as putting Rock out here, man, as this villainous character, jumping on Cody and doing all this stuff. And hey, it can go farther unless Rock decides not to do it. And most likely Rock's not going to do it. He's got too many obligations in Hollywood. But can this Rock bring back the casual fans? Can he bring in the general public? Because that's his aim, man. He talking about he made wrestling cool again. No, you haven't. The ratings done told me all you did was go over there and grab some of those fans who stopped from AEW, who stopped watching WWE. That's all he did. That's all he's done. He haven't made wrestling cool again. Wrestling not the hottest thing. Just like you got a lot of people out here in the IWC, a lot of young people out here saying, wrestling hotter than it's ever been. No, nowhere near. Nowhere near. But yeah, Robert, I'm definitely I definitely will look into that, man, and see if I can get him on the show. Wrestle Tati on the show again. Tati on the show. Leo Picasso or whatever, maybe him too. I don't know. But man, there's a lot of people that wants to come on the show. I had somebody wanted to come on tonight. Pretty much couldn't get the link out, but that's okay. But yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna look forward to that. But man, I appreciate everybody coming in. I definitely do. And man, I'm so glad I got this show in. I wanted to get this show in, but man, yeah, I just don't know, where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? But as far as Monday Night Raw, it was really good. Tonight, Monday Night Raw was really good. But hey, if you on Facebook, man, hit that like, share, join. If you over here on YouTube, hit that like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 so you know when we're on like times like these. And if you over on Twitch, you do the same thing that you do over here on YouTube. And if you're on X, man, hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet, and follow the Straight Up Wrestling Show over on X, guys. Once again, man, hey, I appreciate everybody coming in. But guys, man, yeah, wrestling right now, we going into WrestleMania season. But man, can they get to the point where we're not just aiming? We just don't have one focus. We're not just focused on what's happening with the Bloodline. We're not just focused on what's happening with Judgment Day. Can they get the tag team division right? And that's one thing they do not have right. They don't have that right. And they don't have the women's division ironed out. They got to get the stuff ironed out, man. They really do. And Triple H, in my opinion, Triple H is under the microscope, guys. I like Triple H. I really do, especially as an executive in the company. But hey, as far as him as a booker, straight up, man, and you ask me, man, he's under the microscope. He really is. Because from what I've seen the whole time that he's had that pen, man, it's like he can focus on one or two things and that's it. He can't make a broad scope. If you're going to be a booker, you got to be able to make a broad scope of everything going on in the business. And I know he's got a lot of writers under him. But, man, if he's going to do that, then he need to maybe have one or two. Especially if he's going to be involved in the creative process, maybe one. And he could throw in some ideas with that person who's in a creative process. But if he doesn't really want to do that and they just listen to what they say, get two people. Put it on Michael Hayes and let Michael Hayes get a partner. Because having 4 or 5 different producers here, produce a segment and then bringing it to you, and then you in charge of creative, man, all it does is create a mess. And you know what? He cracking me up now. Another thing about Triple H, what ticks me off about Triple H is Triple H is pretty much trying to pretty much, he's like forcing he's forcing these NXT lackeys down our throat, guys. These people that he had in NXT that he really loves a lot, he's pretty much forcing these guys down our throat, in my opinion. I mean, we got the DIYs. I don't care about DIY. We got Bronson Reed. I don't care nothing about Bronson Reed, DIY, Candice LeRae, and like I say, and Karrion Kross, who haven't made it. They done tried all kind of different things, who haven't made it. But for some reason, it seemed like Triple H have taken it upon himself to where he's like, hey, you're going to like these guys whether you like it or not. That's one thing I do not like. But overall, I think he's doing a great job. It's just, man, I think he needs to pull back a little bit off of the NXT thing, man. He really does. Besides all that, I think he's doing a really good job, man. I don't hate it. Hey, Johnny Gargano is a very good wrestler. Tommaso Ciampa is a good wrestler. Even Bronson Reed is a pretty good wrestler, but the fans don't seem to be taking to him, man. And Candice LeRae, they're gonna make her out of some kind of way. But I do think she plays that hero role really good. But man, hey, I appreciate everybody coming in. 100%. Appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said, and rocking with the Straight Up Wrestling Show tonight, man. And you came in and you checked out this Monday night Raw review. I appreciate it. You guys could have been doing something else, but you decided to rock with the Straight Up Wrestling Show. And Robert Brown, man, I appreciate you coming in, having your comments. Appreciate my man Madden World 207 coming in, rocking with us, guys. But hey, I am definitely out of here, guys. To later on today, because we already in the next day is 102 p.m. 102 a.m. Central Time. So yeah, I got a couple more podcasts we will be doing today. I will talk to you guys later. Stay straight up. Peace.